Os, here we are. It's Wednesday again. In 2 weeks, 2 weeks just went by. Poof, like that. Puff. It's gone. 2 weeks. Anyways, we're here. I cutting it close this go about. I mean, it's the afternoon, and I'm still not sure how long DaVinci takes. We're trying to get it so it's rendering things in a relatively. It's not taking forever, but it does take quite a long time with the chroma, so I'm cutting it just a wee bit closer. I'm going to try to get things out of the way pretty quickly. Lots of channel stuff. So life stuff, first off, I'm alive. I'm not dead. It's a whole thing all the time. This month has been a lot. And last month was also a lot. Money's real tight. This is, I'm coming, like, I realized this. This is the thing I realized a long time ago, but I didn't quite have, I think, the hands-on knowledge to say, like, I understood it, like, in my bones. But saving is kind of a trap for folks who are poor or near poor, because, like, I'm putting aside this money. I'm putting aside all the money that I can every month, because I got a big important thing that I want to buy. And they're always, they always say to the poors, they're like, hey, you spend your money profligately. You're just spending money all over the place, left and right. Isn't that a problem? It's your fault that you're poors. And so, like, you buckle down. You do the savings, and it has been fucking miserable. I feel kind of bad that I decided to do this whole project of, the diary stuff, and then, like, maybe a month or so later, I decided I was going to save up to get the snip. And because I feel like that has completely crushed anything, like, fun that I've wanted to talk about, and that's not fair to all y'all. You get an impression that I'm miserable, and I personally am not a miserable person. You kind of yes and no. Sometimes it's a lot, but it's just like this whole experience has been. It's been a fucking lot. Oh shit! Let me tell you, I'm not been enjoying it. But I'm alive. That's great. Life is relatively stable and mostly good. Are we good? We're good on that. Okay, so the rest of this is going to be like super inside baseball, lots of channel stuff, talking about LVP. If you don't fuck with that, then you're excused. You can go, just knowing that I'm safe and healthy, and I'm in a relatively good mood right at the moment. But so LVP. So this is the thing is. So we got this laptop set up. It's wonderful. We got the capture card. We got the splitter. We did some titting. Titting? Not yet. We're working on it. You need to eat more. See, this is the fucking thing. They're all like, trans girls, if you want the curves, you gotta eat more. And it's like, bitch, you gonna feed me? I'm eating as much as I fucking can. So, they're slow. They're slow is the thing. And it's really frustrating. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the capture card. Got it. The splitter. We got it. Hooked up to the PlayStation 3. We did some test. We did a stream. It worked. We gotta fix the mic. The mic it's a fucked up, but that's not like a major issue. The stream looked pretty good. Like, as far as I know, because I don't check my videos really. I just popped around a little bit to find the screenshot for the thumbnail, that kind of thing, and it was looking good. Folks are saying it was looking really good, a lot better quality than we've been doing for the past 5 or 6 years, longer than that. If you count like the before stuff too, like, I don't know, we've been doing this for a while. So that's great. It's really exciting. I did some test downloads off of Zaprit, I think, Zaprit Fish, which is the dry archive, the site that does the find, that actually gets you the downloads. It's called Zaprit Fish, and it tested them. I've been able to pull things into the LBP. You talk a little bit about that. So the archive is going to be opening back up. Now, I know I kind of said that I was going to be doing that, when we figured out that the laptop was coming through, but like, to actually know in mechanical sense, like, I've tested it, and yeah, like, it works. I got this really gorgeous, I got a gorgeous recording of the Little Big Machine, which is a level that I really, really fuck with. It's a really nice level. I'm looking forward to putting that back up, and it's great. So, like, yeah, the archives are going to be able to come back. I spent all this morning, oh, that was really loud. I spent this whole fucking morning doing overlay shit to make new overlays so I could do thumbnails. Cause like, what the fuck is wrong with me? You know what's wrong with me. I'm a mess. But, you know, so it's good because some thumbnails, I'm not super happy with them. Yeah, it might need to be doing some fiddling around, which I really don't want to do because, oh my god, it was a fucking pain in the ass. But, like, yeah, so there's that. Now, this thing, that's a lot of things. I don't want to be a content mill. You know, I don't respect content mills. There's folks. It's not an LBP specific problem. It's not a problem specifically with folks who run LBP channels. I think, like, just if you are archiving stuff, if you're archiving levels, and yeah, you might run into like a long level that is, it takes like, it's like a 20-minute level to play, or I've played levels that are longer than that. I've played like an adventure we just did, was calling videos for the streaming pile, and it was like an hour long. But like, you know, a lot of the levels that you're playing, you know, there may just maybe like 5-6 minutes is like a long level, and you know, a lot of them are like 2 to 3 minutes long. If you're doing play and record while you play, and you end up with like a ton of footage, and you've got all this footage, so like, yeah, you're gonna put it up because, like, why wouldn't you? That's the point of an archive. And I kind of feel like the difference is, like, are you doing it because you want like a lot of clicks, you want a lot of views, so you're pumping a lot of shit out, or are you doing it because, like, you're archiving things and it's important that to you that you want to archive them well, and you've got all this archival footage, so you put the archival footage up. But from the outside, they look like exactly the same fucking thing, don't they? You know, you got one person who's like into it for the history, so to speak, and you know, they're putting out like 5-10 videos a day of archive stuff, and then you've got somebody who's in it for the clicks, and they're putting out 5-10 videos a day, and well, who's who? How do you know? I don't know. I struggle with it. But like, I don't know like what uploads are gonna look like. We were doing one upload a day of the LBSA Little Bite-Sized Archive. We were doing like one video of that a day, and then when I couldn't do that anymore because the servers had shut down, we started doing the streaming pile. And somebody in the comments was like, hey, I would watch 2 of these videos a day if you put them up. And I was like, well, like, we got like 5 years of streams, which is going to be hundreds and hundreds of fucking videos. So, you know, just to make it quicker to get through all of that, why don't we do 2 a day? So we started doing the 2 a day. And that worked out really well. But like now, so if I got 2 a day of streaming pile, which granted is finite because eventually we're going to get to the end of those streams. If I'm doing 2 a day of streaming pile, and now adding in on top of that Little Bite-Sized Archive, and I'm not really sure. There's a part of me that's thinking of like maybe just opening a secondary YouTube channel that is just for the Little Bite-Sized Archive, and keep it all like in one place, and then maybe it won't feel quite as much like I'm just doing a billion uploads. Like, I don't want to do the archive every day while I'm doing the streaming pile, because like it's way too, that would be too much for me to put together that many videos, because like even though the only editing I do is like some overlays for the, you know, level information, and then I put the bumper on at the end, and I make a thumbnail, and that's like it, and that's not a lot, but it surprisingly takes a fair amount of time. And going back to DaVinci, like, just putting that bumper on, and it adds like, you know, a 3-minute video could take like 5-6 minutes to render out just because I put 3 seconds of bumper on the end. And I'm not going to stop because that's my style and I like it. That's what I do. Makes me happy. But like, yeah, it's just like, I don't think I could do daily uploads of Little Bite-Sized Archive and daily uploads of streaming pile, and I don't know how I want to handle this. But I gotta think of something. I'm gonna put something. I want to get started in September, so I still got a couple of weeks yet before like I really need to have a decision of how am I handling this. Now, one thing that I want to do, we're already over fucking 10 minutes, fuck me sideways. One thing I do want to do is I want to go back through the old levels that I played on LBP 3, like I played on the PS4, but that were from LBP 1 or LBP 2. I'd like to re-record those. That's why I did Little Big Machine. I'd like to re-record those and put up native footage in the archive. Can take out the old video and put it in a different playlist. Be like, you know, these are the cult videos, you know, because I want the most accurate representation of this level as it was, you know, in its native hardware and in its native configuration, because some things they got broken in LBP 2, you know, from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 and 1 to 3, like 3 shit the bed on a whole lot of stuff. So, you know, I'd like to get those up and together with like a mix of things that are new to me, new to the archive from the dry archive, and, you know, kind of, so there's going to be like replacement of some of the old videos with new videos, but also with like new level archive footage mixed in there is something that's on the plate. It's a plan that I want to do. Now, it is a little bit fucky because I have run into a few instances, and out of like 8 million levels, because the dry archive only goes until February 2023, so we did lose like a year of levels that just aren't in the archive. It pisses me off, but that's just the way that it is. But where the, you know, Little Big LBP Find and LBP Search, that the tools to navigate the dry archive list them as LBP 1 levels, and they were published in LBP 1, but then when you pull the save, when you download the save and you examine it in the PS3, it lists them as LBP 3 levels. So like Ruins of the Carp was an example of that. I've run into that a bunch with Yomi Yomi's levels. It's weird that so far I've only run into that with J-side creators, but not all J-side creators, because like my LBP 2 levels didn't have that going with them. So I don't know what the issue is there. So, and I need to decide, like, well, if they're only playable in LBP 3, do I keep the old footage? Or do I make like a new recording to get maybe a cleaner recording? Haven't really decided that yet. I also need to, this is not about the archive, but I do need to think about what I'm doing with these reviews, because like, I don't know. I really like the reviews. Like, and I like the final product. I like putting together the final product, and I'm proud of what I've done. But they take so long, and I've only got so much time, and this Ape Escape 2 is like, Ape Escape is not a small fucking game. And I was not really super interested in playing it again. Like, Ape Escape 2 is a game that, not to pull my pants down too much on the review, but I do enjoy. But it's not a game that I enjoy so much that I want to jump right back into it and play it again. And that's not even counting fucking Sly Cooper, because I don't want to play Sly Cooper again at all. Spoilers, potentially. Didn't enjoy that experience. But like, I want to do Slitterhead, and I definitely want to do LBP Karting, because that's the one that comes after Slitterhead. And well, that's the one that comes after. It's this Ape Escape 2, Slitterhead, Sly Cooper, LBP Karting. Like, I do want to do these, but like, they're coming out so slow, and I don't know how folks feel about that. I don't know if folks care about that. I kind of do, just because like, I do want the project done. But do I want to cover like every game that we do in 2025? I don't know. I gotta make a decision about that. But that's a decision to come in the future. We're almost at 15 minutes. I am so fucking sorry. This was supposed to be a short one. And clearly it's not. But I gotta get my ass moving. So I love y'all. To loop back to the beginning, I'm alive. I'm in actually like a good mood. Like, I know things are kind of not dire. I don't want to use the word dire, because like, things are dire for people in the world right now. And I'm not at that level. But things have been tough, and I have not been enjoying it. But in spite of all that, I'm in a pretty good mood. Right now, right this instance, yeah, I'm in a pretty good mood. So let's go with that. So I gotta get my ass gone because this needs to get edited. So from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.